Your kids have to see you live the legacy.
That's right.
Oh yeah, you better.
You gotta live the legacy.
In Chicago, so I ended up selling drugs, and I was paying the bills. You know, I was taking care of.
So I know I'm excited. I know parents are excited.
Are you sure that you heard me when I was talking to you, Lord? Because in order for me to be able
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Everybody, welcome. Welcome to another segment of Early Morning Coffee with Marvina and her BFF Yvonne, where we give a and we let you say what is on your mind. Good morning, Yolanda. Good morning, y'all. Welcome. I mean, you know what? It was a crazy start this morning. I had to go for a walk this morning. I literally had
Yeah, it's been a crazy.
It's been a weird morning. I don't know why, but it's just the enemy. I'm telling him right now, and I rebuke him. And if it's God, please open it up and let me know what's going on, because I need to know what's going on. I need to be in tune. I promise you, it's been weird. But before I go,
know.
get to talking and all this stuff like that, me and my BFF didn't even get to say good morning to each other this morning. We got
No, good morning.
we were just to say good morning, BFF. Good
Good
morning.
morning, beautiful. Good morning.
Wait a minute. Let me say this. Let me do it again. Me and you's us never part. Well,
Yes.
let me tell you what's in my cup. I have that international IHOP coffee that they sell at Kroger's. I tried that again this morning. I kind of like it. I did go back to the sugar. Yeah, I did. But what I like about it now is I don't use as much sugar as normal. What your face doing way up there? Hi.
No, I had to adjust my lights.
I
Sorry.
was saying it was like this. I had some hazelnut creamer in
There
there.
we go.
Yeah, I got some hazelnut creamer, and it's pretty good. I just didn't, like I said, I didn't put a lot of sugar. I did not put a lot of sugar, and that's a good thing. It toned it down. I'm like really liking that part, and it's wonderful. Not using a lot, but the substitute is good. But I still like my sugar. So anyway, introduce to some and present to everybody. Yvonne. Good morning, Yvonne.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to get it together. It's been a weird couple of days. First and foremost, I am just drinking some black coffee this morning, hazelnut flavor, with a little bit of equal. I mean, equal. About 4 packs of equal. We did not get a chance to take and try the monk fruit that was suggested to us last week. We're still actually waiting on the brand of the monk fruit that's being utilized. So I think that was what the issue was. But I'm in a little pain this morning, guys. I went and had some dental work done on Thursday, a temporary bridge and a temporary crown, and part of the bridge came off. And guess what? The dentist closed early on yesterday. They're open today, but with no dentist in. Go figure. I just don't get it. So now I have to wait until they told me Wednesday. I am so livid. Wednesday or Thursday of next week. I said it's time for me to find. They got bought out, so I said I guess it's time for me to locate the old dentist
Oh my
and
God.
follow them.
I am so sorry you gotta go through that. It's like, yeah,
But
you
look, we still gonna have our lunch, our breakfast lunch today, though.
she's still talking about that breakfast. You gonna get that breakfast lunch, yo.
We're gonna
Man, I'm
eat
so
on this side or eat at the front.
man, I'm just serious. Like, it seems like every time you get to that dentist stuff, you always have issues. The last time they did some dental
Yes,
work on your mouth, something came
it
out.
came off. Lord help me, Jesus.
And you be wondering why people don't like to go to the dentist and stuff. They be
Yeah,
stories behind dentists. I always, as a kid, I was always um scared of the dentist because every time you go, they would put them needles in your mouth and stuff like that. And it made me really, really hate to go, even though my mom. And then when you come out, your face feels so numb, you slobbing all down your mouth, and you just don't. I never liked the dentist.
technology has changed so much. Once they did what they did, they literally just put a camera in, and I didn't have to do that mold and all that kind of stuff. They just put a camera in and took pictures, and I said, "Shut the front door." That cut down on some of the pain and everything. Then cut down on the cost.
But of
Thank the
course
Lord for good
not. Of course
insurance.
not. It got even more. And they using new technology. They ain't now got to sit there and put no needles and stuff in your mouth. I guess so.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I do.
yeah.
I really know. I feel for you because with this lupus and
Thank
stuff,
you.
you just be having to deal with all that.
Exactly.
You see the
That's
cup
my
I
that's my
got? Look what I
fear.
found. You see my cup?
Oh, you got you found your mug. Oh, I need one of those. I am.
Yeah, girl.
Oh, hold
Yeah,
on. Let me come
when you
back
go
into
up
the
there, you
light.
can't see
I'm
yours.
somewhere.
You disappearing.
Well, look. At least I'm still here, so I don't.
You
Let
are
me come
still
back.
here. You're still
There
here.
we
You ain't
go.
going nowhere. All is well. Look at that.
Oh, I
Now you
disappeared
disappeared
in
again.
my. Look, let me keep leaning forward. How about that?
You got see what is different. You gotta get a green screen. You get a little green screen. You gotta get a
No,
screen.
oh yeah, literally sitting in a different room right now.
Oh, okay.
Some holiday decorating and all that kind of stuff is going on, so I'm sitting in a different
Yeah,
room.
I got mine's up. Oh man,
I
I'm enjoying
know.
it already. And I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna go ahead on and move on to the next. I thought I was like, oh my God, everyone. Well, some knows, and not everyone knows that I actually moved into my own place. I have not ever in the up teen years that I have been on this world. You heard I said up teen years. Up
Uh-huh.
teen years that I've been on this earth ever lived by myself. And when I thought of it, I was kind of nervous and scared about it because I'm always like, have somebody there. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
it's Christmas and but I'm actually enjoying it. Thank you. I'm actually enjoying it. I didn't think I was going to enjoy it. I am. It's like a breath of fresh air. I mean, I got my little doggy, of course, and then of course, you just look around all the time and just hopefully and pray that nobody's watching you. You by yourself all the time. But otherwise, being in the house by myself and cooking by myself, and if I want to eat, I can eat. If I don't, I put dishes. I'm loving this.
Doing it the way you want to.
Yeah, girl. Hey, Ebony. Yes, honey. Loving it, baby. Loving it. I think you know about it. You said I guess you've lived by yourself before. I don't miss
Yeah.
you too, boo. But I love it, man. Well, I am so, I'm just going to say this. This next guest, I'm just going to bring it up. I am in awe of, this conversation we're about to have with him. Um, I had a slight one. I didn't really get into it. I did do some research on him, and I did find out some things about him. And I just feel like this man is, which he's a doctor. This doctor is going to come out and empty in his bag. And I'm grateful that he would like to do it here on What's in the Bag, and he's going to give some serious information about his experience and what his thoughts and his of what he's going through. And I think I know what the topic is basically he's going to give you information on the death of his ex-wife. So I would like to present to y'all just this little clip, give y'all a brief on it, on a little bit about it, because maybe a lot of you have not heard. So just go ahead and we're going to watch this little briefing right quick here.
And in Columbus, an update now to a double murder that happened on Clay Street this past March. 51-year-old Ronishia Nikki Anderson and 52-year-old Tanja Richmond, both shot to death in broad daylight. That tragedy happening on March 7th. And 2 days later, Anderson's neighbor was found dead in his home. Officials tell us he committed suicide, but they're still not sure if the cases are related. Today, we're learning more about where the case stands and if Columbus police have officially named a suspect. Newsletter 9's Ashley Williams joins us live from Clay Street, where the two women were found dead. And Ashley, Anderson's ex-husband is there with you now. Any update on the investigation?
Yeah, Jason, right here in this driveway is where Nikki Anderson and Tanya Richmond's body were found that sunny March afternoon. Now, as you can see, the day was filled with a lot of emotion, both family, friends, and neighbors all coming out to support searching for answers. This mailbox, actually, you can see a bullet hole that was discovered the day that Tanya Richmond and Nikki Anderson's body was found. Now, a month and a half later, Anderson's ex-husband, Dr. Xavier McCaskey, tells me he's coping, but he still wants some answers for him and his family to be able to heal and move forward. Now, Dr. McCaskey and Anderson were married for almost 30 years. He tells me they got a divorce shortly before she and her best friend, Tanya Anderson, were murdered. Dr. McCaskey says he feels like Anderson's neighbor, Solomon Adams, shot and killed the ladies because they have had conflicts with him prior. Now, a month and a half after the shootings, Dr. McCaskey wants the two women, who both leave behind children, to be remembered as exactly who they were, loving women who are down to earth and would never hurt a fly. Dr. McCaskey speaks on that neighbor, Solomon Adams. Take a listen.
When I looked him up, he's a level 5 sex offender. He has some records that have been sealed when he was 15 to 17 years old. For what I'm hearing from people that I know in Miami, Florida, possibly he was related to some murder of women. He has over 20 attempts of a person of sexual predatory style from 1969. His last victim being in 2014, a 12-year-old girl. He did 5 years and was released, went to Montgomery, stayed with his wife 18 months, and then moved here January 25th, 2021. We weren't alerted, we weren't told, but Solomon Adams is a killer.
Since the month of May is Mental Health Awareness Month, Dr. McCaskey is scheduling free counseling sessions for people in the community who are suffering or who have suffered grief from losing a loved one. Columbus police tell me right now they are at the mercy of the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, sending back ballistic and forensic reports to officially name a suspect. Now, as it stands right now, there is no official naming of a suspect. As you heard, Dr. McCaskey does believe or alluded to that neighbor, Solomon Adams, could possibly be a suspect in the case, but we have not been able to get any of that confirmed quite yet through Columbus Police. I did speak with someone from Columbus Police today. They assured me they are working as hard as they can to get answers for both families. Of course, we will keep you updated when they hear back and let us know what the Georgia Bureau of Investigations have to say about those reports. Live in Columbus.
Wow. Wow. Hello, doctor. Welcome. How are you?
Oh, I'm great.
Wonderful. Good to have you. We're just grateful that you're here. I know this is really a heartfelt conversation right now. I know that you're still in grieving. I mean, I know you're grieving still about this situation. So before we start, I just wanted to know if you had a little cup there, a cup or something, or you're drinking on
Water.
water. There you go. the best purification in the world. That
That's
That's
right.
right.
good. There you go. And also, before we start, I just got to ask you one thing.
Go ahead.
What's in your bag, sir? What's in your bag?
Man, let's talk about a dishonest system.
Mm. Yes.
So let me reflect back. When I did that interview, I was mad. I was looking one way. I was searching for answers. Um, I really wanted to kick off with somebody's ass. I still do,
Wow, I know you did.
and I am.
Hmm.
I'm gonna keep my promise to my wife, and then we gonna leave that right there. But um, during the investigation, there was a lot of things said. A lot of people in the streets. A lot of people wanted me to be the guy I used to be. A lot of people wanted to put me at odds with other people. So, I was hearing both sides. People trying to record me. I've been shot at. People trying to run me off the road. So I eventually just
Mm.
moved away and said, hey, let me sort this thing out. And when you get away, you can have clarity. You can sit back. You can see everything.
Right.
So there was some things that in the interview I told the police. So we gonna go back to February 7th, 2023. We're gonna go back 30 days for my wife's murder. There was a bomb found in my Bentley. So I was on my way to my Masonic meeting, and it's on Facebook. If you go to her page, it's still up there. Um, we pulled seven black rags, and a little thing of motor oil out my muffler, which is a home bomb. That's
Right.
old school. The
Right.
rags will catch fire, heat up the motor oil, and blow your engine up. So, but what they don't know, and I had to start thinking is that I have an old school Bentley, a 1989 Turbo R. They made out of titanium steel. I can run into a truck, and the truck gonna be more hurt than me.
So it
Hmm.
didn't
Right.
affect you. Wasn't going, okay, I get it. Yeah.
So the only thing it did was just really burn up the inside of my truck. So we get there. I don't call them police. My Masonic brothers, they run out the lodge. They like full metal jacket, and it's everything is still on her page. And what happened was we popped my trunk. It's on fire. It's smoking. Put the fire on one of my partners. We was EOD in the military. He said, man, call the police. Bomb to your car. Well, it happened in Phoenix City, Alabama. I'm mad. I'm a detective in Alabama anyway. So I just like, fuck it. Get the record, take it home. Like, I ain't think none of it 'cause I'm in kill mode, you know. And my thing was always to protect her. And me and her had a talk one. I said, hey, with this junk going on, do you want to move? She like, nah, I'm going out of town, her niece wedding, I'll be gone a week. And then we had reconciled. Let me say that we had reconciled. We had a stipulation in our marriage that the judge didn't want to grant our divorce because we've been together so long and we were a fixture in the community. I guess it was just something I was going through, you know, and it was nothing. So let me clarify that. That's why I have control of everything because I'm her
Hmm.
husband, the record, not ex of. I'm her husband, the record.
Okay.
So that was something they weren't aware. Everybody knew we had got divorced, but we had reconciled. So
Hmm.
bye bye everybody else. But now back to the story. And I just never thought about it because the one thing I know was that day was just, it was just like a bad dream, still a bad dream. But there are things I remember. And I'm going to say this Columbus Police Department hasn't done any side injustice. There are things that we're still waiting. We're waiting for. We're waiting on ballistic reports. Me being in that Ram, I understand ballistics. Ballistics say, yeah, um, the murder weapon was the same type of gun.
but the bullets tell a different story. The,
Mm.
bu- the bullets tell a different story.
Wow.
Haven't haven't received those reports. Haven't received Solomon Adams' interview. Haven't received Solomon Adams anything. Haven't received 98% of the things that they have.
Mm. Wow.
Wow. So
So I basically just said to hell with them. And me and my crew, we hit the streets. You know, we hit the streets and people just talk a lot. Especially when you got money.
Mm-hmm.
When you got money, people talk.
That's true.
And I've said a lot of things, but the one thing that I noticed was when the murders happened. My aunt has been staying on Clay Street 60 some years. Nothing happened. At the time we was living in a family house. Nothing has happened since no murders. Well, two things had happened, and I had a video for those. So um, I have family members stay there, and just say that some crazy things that happen. So let me
Mm-hmm.
bounce back again. We haven't received anything, and I just kept hearing the same thing in the streets. Um, and I'm not going to lie to what I was hearing, but something about a check fraud scam, and
Mm.
people being mixed up with big time gangsters and like $5 to $10 million checks or something to that nature. That's what people been telling me. So I just listen with a grain of salt, and man, I kind of went on a rampage, me and my crew. And you start
Mm-hmm.
to hear things, you start to find out things. You know, being a detective as well, I can get your cell phone. I can see your text messages. I can pull all the information from your cell phone data. I can do the same thing the police and cops do. And I started seeing my own things. So I just started staying away from the police and people involved in it because a lot of cops, I'm just gonna be honest, people have family members who are in gangs. People have family members who are cops, marshals, and they're not gonna turn their family members in. They're gonna turn a blind eye.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
You know,
That's true.
it
let's just
happened.
say
I've seen it.
everybody wants to protect themselves.
Yeah, I've seen it happen. I've seen that, and I've heard of it happening. I heard of it happening to
Mm-hmm.
someone really close to me where they do that. So you think she had a hit out on her? I mean,
No,
first,
no, not her. My wife was an angel. Let me tell you, she never did nothing. Let me say something about this incredible Afro American woman. If it was not for Ronishia Anderson, there would be no Dr. Xavier McCaskey ever.
Mm.
Period. Nothing.
so sensible.
Wow.
So since just not someone just. I'm still trying to figure out what and then I know you don't know. But there's so much stuff in the air for you now. You talking about
Mm-hmm.
fraud now. You said the guy across the street, and you even brought up something that may have happened to you.
In Alabama?
In Alabama.
Yes, ma'am.
Could have been a hit out on you, because I know in the story. I mean, I was told, and I don't want to empty your bag, but if I can clear up some things, you had just seen her not right before she got shot. Am I correct?
Yeah. Oh no, I was at home. I was there with her.
You was there.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, no, my wife. We're reconciled. It was our grandbaby birthday. I mean, like I just went to go to work, and for the first time, I mean, I usually stay at home and work, but we had a lot of clients that
Mm-hmm.
day. He was like, you got a lot of in office people, so the thing was to go to work, come back home, and go to our granddaughter's birthday party. And I was like, cool,
Mm.
you know. granddaughter birthday. Like, if you listen to the police reports and the thing that they say, well, no car came down the street. Um, this law enforcement officer blocked the road off. Said they got scared. I don't know. It's just so many stories. But the thing I shared with you last night, if that was the case, then whoever did it was there when I left.
Wow. Wow.
You know,
And
there.
you know some go
Go ahead.
ahead. And there's something else that you stated about the rumor mill. And there was, I remember this very vividly. There was a huge check fraud in real estate um, scheme going on in Columbus at the time. Um, that had a huge fallout and a
Well,
lot of consequences. Do you think it could have been related to that?
I think so. It's black.
Hmm.
So is it that you felt like she was involved in it?
Nah, never. Why?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
Hmm.
why would they come after her? I mean, what? It's just so many open questions.
Or
Like,
or maybe the person that the lady that was her friend that was with her.
yeah,
Because I know that it's been some heavy sentences that came down through the real estate and the check scheme fraud. One person received like 15 to 20 year sentence. This female, and they said that it was a group of females that was heading this up. So I'm just trying to put together the pieces of put together
yeah,
the
it
pieces
could
of
have
the
been
puzzle.
her and the
Like I know
friend.
that you are Dr. McCaskey. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
and you
know.
saying your wife was good, but what about this friend?
I don't know. I'm not gonna say anything
Mhm.
because I don't have concrete evidence. But let
And
me,
I know you have to be careful about what you
Right.
say too.
Yeah. Well, I'm being careful too. I just want
man, look here.
Yeah.
what this friend got. What this friend.
Let me tell
It's.
you something about me. I call
Mhm.
them jokers. I call them jokers cowards on TV. I'm calling them jokers cowards today. I ain't went nowhere.
Hmm.
I ain't ran for nobody ever in my life. I see these cowards. I know what happened. We found a lot of stuff in the woods. We found people
Mm.
ID. We found book bags. So I pretty much put it together. The
Wow.
only piece that I'm only missing one piece.
Who
So I
shot?
don't. Yeah, yeah.
That's the
Wow.
only piece. Who shot her?
Well,
Because
first and foremost, Dr. McCaskey, I applaud you
Yeah.
because when I first heard about this story, one of the things that the CPD, the first thing that they wanted to do was say it was gang related,
Yeah.
it
and
is.
they tried to
It
brush it
is.
under the
It
rug.
is gang related.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it is.
It's gang
Hmm.
related. He feels, because they just feeling like it's something happened. Because, like you said, I mean, I don't. If there was no car pulling up and nobody was shooting out of a car, and the way that the bullet was in the mailbox, it had to be someone near or close.
Hmm.
Someone, wow,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Somebody we probably knew. Somebody she trusted.
Yeah. Wow.
Because the one thing about my wife, um, I make sure she two things. I make sure she know how to fight, and there's no greater fighter than to fight me. I mean, we used to go at it, and I got plenty of videos um, of me taking her to the gun range and shooting, and I think they still on her Facebook page. But I have like hundreds of video. I was like, hey, it's how you shoot front with back. Everything the military taught me, I taught
Hmm.
her everything.
Wow.
So going to the gun range shooting was one of our stress relievers. And I said because I got a dangerous job, like I do criminal profiling, witness testimony.
Hmm.
I work with during that time I was the only person in the state of Georgia with a contract, and I'm dealing with level 4, level 5 sex offenders, some of the worst people that walk the earth.
Wow.
And you know, just in my field, just coming to territory, people get mad. Brian Thompson just was murdered. United Healthcare the other day. Why? Because somebody
Right.
died. Somebody died, and you know they didn't get the health care they needed, or people was turned down. So when you're dealing with psychology in this field, you're going to deal with a lot of people with mental illness and sickness, and people
Mm-hmm.
have their own way of everything, and people always have to blame somebody for their faults, no matter what they're doing. So in essence, it's just a whole plot. But
Mm-hmm.
the thing that they didn't know was my former reputation, the street alliances I have, and the professional alliances I have. I don't care who you are, what gang you in, you can't beat those two things.
That's
Mm,
true. That is true.
mm.
Dr. McCaskey, I know that you said that the CPD has been very limited in the information that they have provided. Do you feel that they have been very limited or lackluster in the overall investigation?
I believe one of their officers involved in it.
I I, I do as well. Just from some of the research and things that I read early on about this case. I remember when it was breaking. I remember when it was breaking news, and I remember speaking to um, a friend of mine, and I said it's more to the story on that. I said it sounds like police involvement all day.
Oh yeah, it is. They covered up for one of their officers
Hmm.
all the way.
Yeah,
Ain't no ands or buts about it. Cops don't make a lot of money. Cops are
that's
crooked.
right.
I mean, I'm still trying to figure
Exactly.
out what did they get off on coming and killing two innocent women, outside. I mean, just shooting them. I mean, it's just doesn't make it has no sense to me.
Cause
It's
you, cause you have young boys go do the killing. You gonna
Hmm.
have, you gonna take a fool and have him give up his life because when you young and you naive, you don't understand
That's right.
loyalty. You think loyalty is somebody giving me some money. You know, I ain't got no family. You know, I come from this background, and these people love me, and they get you to go do something, and what they're really doing is just trapping you.
Exactly.
so
Exactly.
you don't think they're holding. So you are thinking they're holding evidence. They know more. That's what you're feeling. Just a thought. You feeling that they know more, but they're not telling more. Um,
Yeah.
um, was there any lawyers or anything involved in this, or this has just been a street thing? We just gonna go find out what's happening
A
on.
lot of people. I think a lot of people involved in it.
A lot of
People
people.
that the people that I know, you know, people come to me. Let me tell y'all something. People play both sides.
That's
People
right.
that people have been seeing me talk to people, and people will come to me or come to me and say, "Hey, don't talk to him no more." You
Mm,
know, or
Hmm.
they in this check fraud
mm,
thing with your
Yeah.
wife, or hey man, you know, they ain't talking to you, be talking to you. They trying to keep up with you
mm,
because you
Exactly.
know, I had people I ain't talked to in 20, 30 years just pop up. Hey man, let's hang out. What you doing, man? We don't see you in Columbia. You don't live in Columbia. Where you live at? And
mm,
none
mm.
of your business.
Hmm.
So you feel like then now we got a red flag, right? Now you work. Okay. Mm, that's Oh, let's go ahead on, and because we have some questions, and I would love for these questions to be asked right
Oh,
here.
hold on. I'm for the answer.
Yep,
Hey,
here we
Mr. Withers, what's up with you? Ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
Listen
go.
at you.
Doom, doom.
So I'm gonna tell you what I think. They murdered Solomon Adams. They killed him.
Mm.
Hmm. Yep.
Your question was answered. Your
'Cause-
questions was answered. These are all what's in our bag. Mainly what he thinks. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, he's just gone. Just
And I have to
all.
say this. I have to say this word this way. That check fraud and real estate scheme had far-reaching tentacles all the way into allegedly
Louisiana,
Atlanta,
Atlanta,
Louisiana, New York,
Louisiana, New York, Kentucky,
and
San
yeah,
Diego. Because I have personally went and saw
Wow.
yes,
some of these people. You know what it's
yeah,
like when a monster show up at your door and the first thing you can tell me, I've never seen you in my life. And you say, I ain't had nothing to do with your wife murder. That's the first thing you
there
say
you
to
go.
me.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah,
what they said.
yeah,
That's the
Yeah.
way they
yeah.
said it. That's how they. No.
Mhm.
How
No,
they know that's what you're gonna ask? I'm sorry, Yvonne. Go ahead.
because
Uh,
you know
uh, uh,
I came with them red flag where swoop. You know, I ain't always been Dr. McCaskey. Whoop
all
whoop.
right, now, Dr.
Okay.
McCaskey.
Okay, got
I
it.
got I got some street killers too.
I get
Mhm.
it. I understand.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Mm.
Yvonne. You was great. Ask a question. I heard you.
This is it like Dr. McCaskey said, it's so deep. It is so deep, and I can't wait until you put the final piece. Like you said, you're missing one piece. I can't wait till you put that final piece of the puzzle together and shed light on the whole picture. The whole picture.
I got
Um
the whole picture. I share some with Miss Marvina. Let me tell you.
mhm.
I know they have my phone tapped. So one day I get a
Mm.
phone call from a young guy who wants me to represent him, want me and my law firm to represent him. And my phone cuts off and turn back on. And yeah. So the killer
Wow.
called me. So he called
Mm.
me and asked me to represent him.
Who does
Wow.
that? From prison, from jail, from prison.
Wow.
Yeah.
So did you call me to represent you or you called me to try to keep tabs on me? I'm gonna go with B.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm
Go
gonna
with
go. I'm gonna
B.
go with B.
I'll go with B. And then keep
Go
tabs
with
on
B.
you. What type of tabs is he supposed to be keeping on you?
Like,
I
you
mean,
know, where this man at? This man powerful. You know,
Mm-hmm.
not only is he you know, he's in law enforcement, different things. He a politician. He know people. He been on TV. I've seen him. He know powerful people.
Mm.
You know,
yeah, see,
he's a captain of the Coast Guard. So you know, it's just a lot, and it's like wow, I've been suckered. So
yeah,
let me play the street game because in my phone now I have a lot of people calling me from jail, women sending me texts, call me. I look like this. Um, I know things. You know, can you give
Wow.
me? You know, when I get out, I wanna tell you stuff, but I need to leave. You know, can you put me somewhere? $100,000.
Mm.
Yeah, if it give me the information I need.
Wow.
wow. So somebody in there run off at the mouth. Then there's some things
The
being said.
jailhouse talk like the street
Yeah,
talk.
yeah.
Hmm.
So that's a good way to find out what the last missing piece.
Oh
Somebody
yeah, you
talking.
know they know about it. You know they could just
Yeah.
sweep on the run because you know I did everything. They take my phone. They did forensic. They matched me up. They did everything. But let me tell
Wow.
you something. I will not stop this fight for my wife ever. My
Shit.
love for her will endure till I get there. When I'm dead and gone, I ain't ask for my mama or nobody. I'm telling God if I end heaven, I'm screaming, where Ronisha?
Find out who did
Mm.
it. That's deep. That's so deep. And he said when he gone, he still want justice. And I'm just gonna say what Yolanda said, which it's she knows you. You are an amazing husband, and I'm sure Rashana
Ronisha.
Renisha.
Ranisha
Renisha.
Ranisha, I messed her name up.
Yeah.
Is smiling. Your love endures forever. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I'm, I'm building a
Mm.
hospital here for open up January 6th. It's called Romney, the Ronishia Anderson McCaskey Natural Healing Institute.
Look at that.
So
That name roll on. That's love.
Oh yeah. So
Keep
what I
an eye on
decided
your
to do
boy.
was take her and make her bigger than life, make her bigger than them creeps. These
I like
people, cause they getting theirs. They going to jail. I mean, everybody
Yeah,
gonna get theirs. If I have my way, everybody going to jail. There's no friends when it come to us.
you better
So
come on and say it.
Yeah, man, that's
You know,
right.
my hat is off to you because you are, you mean what you say and you say what you mean, and I have mad respect for that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
saw one of your interviews where you, like I said, you say what you mean and you mean what you say. You're not afraid of the camera. You're not afraid of who's interviewing you, and you're not afraid of putting out there what you think and what you feel, and you are keeping Renisha alive in the public's eye.
yeah,
If that makes
the
sense, you're
disrespect.
keeping it in front of her. Mm-hmm.
There was one, and I got the tape, and I didn't want to go through it because I have to look through these pictures of her, and I didn't want to see that last night. But there's one the CPD officer, little sorry to somebody was he say he a doctor, he say this that. I just really want to tell him, me and my wife got our platform for self-made millionaires. You got yours yet? I got one. I
There you
got
go.
two. You got yours? So
Mm-hmm.
that let me know a lot of things. I got a message on my phone that I listen to every day, and the detective Losa telling me the Clay's codes on the Solomon Avenue. There's nothing else they can do.
Wow.
But I got loyal people too. I got people
That's
loyal
right.
for me, they're loyal to me to say, hey, hey, these
They just
detectives.
not. They didn't even. They not. I mean, I'm trying to understand this thing right here. So after the police, after the, because this isn't dry. The pink isn't dry. I mean, the ink ain't dry.
Never. It
It's
ain't
not.
never.
I
And
mean,
It's
she's
this
never
still
is
dry.
fresh.
23. I know that, but I'm just saying how new this is. There's nothing that they have no evidence. They don't know. And I know there got to be guns. They didn't find any guns. They didn't find anything. And they saying now you're saying that there's someone in jail that you believe that did it, and the police must have something to do with it. It's just a lot of missing pieces. You said one thing, but for me, I'm like, how do? And then there was tax stuff, and all of this is tied into. And if was she inside of the tax stuff going on?
Never.
It was just, to me, it's a lot of
She
open
she
things that I was trying to figure out.
she worked for me. Miss Richmond worked for us. And I'm not saying anything. I won't speak on the dead, but I'm gonna say this: my wife didn't hang around people. Now 30 years living in Columbus, Georgia, she only talked to three people outside of my family. There was one Tanya, another young lady named Shaquana, and she had a friend from a long time ago, a lady named Bernice, and and she had two other friends, and that was mainly her circle. She didn't like people. My wife, introvert. She didn't like. I mean, when we went out, 90% of the time with me. If she went out with my family. I have so many millions of pictures of us at Waffle House and different things, and that was her life. She was just easy going, stayed out her way, and her thing was the kids, the grandkids, me and her. So, you know, I haven't even um I haven't even packed the stuff. Like everything is still the same way. I just clean the room up and there's a bag. She packed her clothes to go on the trip. Her, my mother, my sister, my aunts was supposed to go on a cruise that weekend. She never got to make it.
I
Never got
So
to
I
make it.
just I feel so bad because I feel that
yeah,
justice needs to be served. Someone needs to uh come up with something. Somebody,
You
I mean,
can't
and
you
how
can't you can't beat the blue. Let me tell you, that crooked
I was
police
ready to
system,
say how
you
many
can't beat the blue.
yeah.
how many other cases are like this, where
Every let me tell
Oh,
you,
yeah.
until I start dealing with you gotta think about a lot of people that go to jail and say, hey, I've done it. Who checks the police? They turn the cameras off,
Exactly.
they shoot, kill people. How you think drugs get into jail? How you think drugs get in the community?
That's
How you
right.
think drugs get in the city? I used to be a drug dealer. I'm gonna leave it right there. I used to be a gang member.
Hmm.
I know about interagency, stuff. Hey,
I got
come,
you.
come take care of this and this thing. And I know how killer move, but the thing is, um, I became like them and doing the stuff that I do, finding missing people. I have, man, my software, the data that I can, it's just like the military, like everything. Like I can tell you where you was yesterday. I could track
Mhm.
cars.
Yeah,
I,
everything. Yes,
Mhm.
you can't hide anymore. No
I
such thing.
Wow.
so I did a tracking. I traced every car that came to Columbus, Georgia on March. I traced every car that left the state of Georgia. Very interesting what I found out.
Mhm.
It took
Wow.
my computer about 6 months, but I started getting pinged. And I started putting people names that I heard in the street associated with certain people. And stuff started pinging up. And,
Wow.
the police, me and my lawyer, we give the stuff to them. Nothing. We'll check it out. We'll check it out. We went to the FBI. They found a lot of stuff that we had was credible and sent us back to CPD, who still said, well, the case closed. So there it is.
It's froze. I can't get. I don't get it.
That's
What do you mean?
What
That's
that
call
froze
that
because
just
what
they
called
froze
in?
it, or it's froze because they don't have any more evidence. What is it? I don't get
it's
that.
not that it's not that it's froze or anything in that nature. It is because they don't want it open. They don't want it
Well, this what you
discovered. They
do.
don't want the
This what
truth to
you
get out
do. You call Detective Losi homicide at 706-225-4254. 706-225-4254. And ask Detective Losi. Ask
there.
him.
Mhm.
Wow. I mean, anybody want to do that, but I believe it. I would. I would. I should do it. Yeah, I mean, because you think about it, you literally saying that we were not going. This is my theory. Okay, this is my bad. We're not going to entertain this anymore. That's mainly what you saying to me is that the life this life does not have any more meaning. That you just
Yeah.
not going to do anything else to find out who did it.
Talking about
Well,
CPD.
I
That
mean
yeah, that sounds corrupt. That sounds like something corrupt. That I would think so.
I mean, let me say this from everything, from the death certificate on to the video. The death certificate. My wife's death certificate said, "Hey, she got hit one time with a bullet from the left side of her head." Well, okay. Well,
Jesus.
if Solomon Adams did that, his house is on the hill, he would have to come out the house. There's no way he jumping the fence with a gun, because my wife would have gunned him down. Even Miss Richmond carried a gun. There's no way he could have came out there, walked around, because his house was on the hill. We down. So if my wife got hit behind him, I used to go out there, and I had some of my military friends, some of my cop friends. I hired a detective agency that recreates the crime scene, come out there. No way he could have done it.
No way.
And so
No way.
what the
Wow.
conclusion was, because we found out that these people came from the woods, and it had to be somebody
Mm-hmm.
little, skinny, because their police officer, Mr. Antron Willis, who's tall like me but real skinny, walked through the woods. That dam was cut up, and he said, "Well, Xavier couldn't have came through the woods. He a big dude. He been cut them tree branches." He looked at his own self. He was cut up, and he's real small. He's a small dude. So that let me know right then and there. So this got to be a small person, young guy, woman, or somebody. And we found ID in the woods. We turned this stuff. We found bullets, shells. We gonna found, casings from the woods.
Wow.
So she was hit from the back, but she was hit 8 times. And Tanya was hit 9 times.
Wow.
That they claim she was only hit one time.
And that one Tanya was hit twice. Yes, ma'am. But you go to the video, they they do 8
Wow.
shot bullet wounds on my wife and 9 on Miss Rich. And I watched it. I
Wow.
had to
And not
suffer
look and not
and
one
endure
gun
it.
because the bullets carry their own identity.
Wow.
So it wasn't just one gun.
Yes, ma'am. And it was from
Oh,
two.
so it was several guns.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was several.
I
It
missed
was
that.
several.
I
I
missed that.
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, the story is far more reaching than what the police are trying to make
Yes.
it out to be. Because there was even a story that was put out by the
Community
CPD
personnel.
that said initially that it was the wrong place at the wrong time. Yeah.
And see,
So it's
I never read the stuff. I haven't read the NBC articles. I haven't read any because I don't want to read it because I'm fighting my
Right.
mhm.
own truth.
Well,
Yeah.
I would, if I was you, I would, because you don't know what they putting out here now.
I don't
That's
want.
one of
Let me
my
tell you the
things.
biggest truth you got is look a man in his goddamn eyes. You can tell he lying to you.
That's right.
That's true.
Mm,
That's true, but I'm just saying everything
yes.
is on social media now. Like this, you didn't know I had that you said you didn't know it, but this was on, I Googled it and it came right up. The whole case came up. And, you never know what these people are out here saying and doing, behind the scenes. So I would, advise you to even
Want to see it
you
because
won't you
I
want
got the truth.
he said, I'm with you though. I'm one
And
on one.
then
I don't want to see that messy.
because I don't have her. 21 months of my life, I don't have her, and I got the truth. When I stood in my family funeral home and she was in that black coffin. That was my truth. She gone.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And the
Yeah.
Mhm.
truth is the final who done it. But there's so many people involved. They lying, they covering up.
That's
And I
another clue
Right.
though. You can always pay attention to people, and I know there's a lot that we can't talk about. I know it's kind of weary because this case is still, even though they saying that it's frozen, whatever, it's still open. It's not a thing where as you can see, um, Doctor is not gonna let this. He's not gonna let it go anyway. So it's still hot and fresh, and he has to find out more things. So it's a lot of stuff that he cannot say. But like I said,
Right.
I commend you. I pray for you. I
don't
know
pray
what.
for me. Pray
Yeah,
for
I'm
them.
praying for you.
Pray for
Praying
them.
for you. Yeah, 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 yeah. I have to see, just by you saying that. I know I have to, and that means I have to pray harder because even though we want revenge, the Lord said it's not ours. He's going to perfect opportunity. You're going to find out
Oh,
however is going to be in the way God wants that to happen. So yes, I want to pray for you to ask him to open up those doors for you.
don't waste your prayers
Oh,
on
I
me,
am.
baby.
Yes, it's
What
okay.
God tell you pray for your enemies. Because I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell you,
no, he didn't say
let me
just
tell
pray
you,
for my enemy. He didn't just say
let me
my
tell
enemy
you,
either.
my
So I don't want to
master,
hear that. You
my
see, like I told,
master,
see Yolanda,
my
I'm gonna pray for him
my
anyway.
master.
I'm gonna be on my knees,
Mm-mm,
Lord. Your
mm-mm,
name is gonna come out. It's gonna
mm-mm.
come out.
I'm a
Because
soldier.
I realize grieving is something that happens that people you can't control it. You get angry.
Mhm.
You want to know. You got to. You even get to a point. It's that person's time and God's timing for them to go, but you want to find out. You want a reason why.
Mm-mm.
You want to hurt. You want to hurt something else to hurt because you're hurt. You want to know, and I get it. Don't and just and I'm saying this because I understand the grieving part of a significant other. I had lost my husband. Um, a lot of told stories was told on that. A lot of people said I should have went and sued, all this stuff like that. But that's not where I was at. You know, I pray for you because I know that this is something that is hurting you, and it's a part of you that it's like you want answers. Sometimes the answers may hurt you more.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm okay with you saying what you're saying, but I'm gonna still pray for you. I don't care.
Oh yeah. Let me tell you, you have to dig deep. You got to search your house before you go searching anybody else. So
Bam.
That's right.
let me tell you, I searched everything. I went to her phone records, everything, everything. My wife was good looking. You know, guys that DM'd her, I need to talk to you, Playboy.
You ain't trying to hear it. Wait a minute,
I ain't
buddy. It's
going.
been 30 years. Yours only 2 months. Let's do this right here. Let me
So
You
let
find
know
me
what?
you about. But I get it. I get it. You know, I appreciate everything you talked about. I'm glad. I'm just ecstatic that you decided to empty your bag here on What's in the Bag. There's, like I tell everyone, there's more to the story. I'm praying that the
Yeah.
next time we get back on, we're gonna have you back on. We kind of have some answers. We're closer, and then the case
We,
will be really shut because we know all the answers that you are asking and praying God, well, that you're asking for. I'm gonna say pray God for,
yeah.
asking for
well.
that you get them. You get it. You
Let me
should
say
have
this.
a picture.
I appreciate y'all having me on. I appreciate it. This is the first interview I've done since that horrible tragedy.
Yeah.
I'm really not big on doing it, but those are some things that need to be cleared up. And I left you Lieutenant
Mm-hmm.
Lotion number, call CPD, ask them what's
Mm-hmm.
going on. But let me tell you one thing I believe, it was always my mantra in the military. Come for Genghis Khan. If you would not have committed such a great crime, then God will not have sent a punishment like me upon you. And I'm gonna
That's
keep that
right.
promise to my wife.
That's right. And you know, and I have to say this once again. I thank you for keeping this in the public's eye. God is already intervening and heard other people's prayers where you're concerned, because
Yeah.
He's taking that anger and that frustration and He's channeling it through you to open up and bring out in the forefront the corruption that's out there in that, and you're gonna bust this case wide open. And I want you to come back when you bust this case wide open, and you know, so that we can hear
We can hear what the ending
yeah.
results was and what. Yes, I really would love to hear it. And I appreciate you, and of course I appreciate my family members, to everyone who has came on, and Yulon for, introducing us again to some wonderful
Yes,
people.
ma'am.
You are one of them. I enjoy speaking to you. I feel
Yes.
that, justice should be served, and you should.
Justice gonna be served.
Yes, well, going to be served. I'm going to give you,
Mm-hmm.
as you said, because you have to speak things that is not as is. Justice is served. We're
Mhm.
going to leave it at that then. If you're going to cut you up,
Yes.
because I feel for you. And
Thank you.
the part is, once you find out, it's still not going to stop. It
Mhm.
still hurts.
It's gonna hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just praying for closure for you. And that's
Well,
just
not just for me, for her family, her
for her
kids,
family,
our
exactly.
For the
For
kids,
their
family, the
family,
kids,
the
and
whole,
because
yeah.
you
everyone.
know
You're right. Correction.
everybody has separated.
Yes.
It's not really even nobody really even talks to each other anymore. Just me and my son. So
Wow.
my
Yeah.
daughter's thing is, you better find out who did it to our mama, and
Mm-hmm.
the family has their thoughts. People have their thoughts. So I just stay away from everybody, because one of the things, I read the paper every day, and I see these people getting busted for check fraud, and I
Mm-hmm.
know them, and I know that you just had a regular job. You can support this lifestyle.
Right.
People will tell you any lies, but you got to look at it. I've known you all my life, people. Y'all got Corvettes, big houses. The next thing, people getting arrested for stuff for their kids, or they shooting, killing. And I'm like, these people, I've been knowing these people 20 years. What make you go kill somebody? And you ain't no
Mm-hmm.
killer, but escaping jail or being something that you into, some criminal. So a lot of these people getting arrested for check fraud, I know them. I know them from some type of capacity, law, mental health, and a lot of people. So I've seen people get arrested in this check fraud thing already. Somebody who was close to me, somebody that was on a Atlanta Police Department, who was me and Nikki lawyer.
Wow.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot of things I know, because once people get caught and go to jail, they tell on everybody.
They start squealing. They open their mouth. You know they're gonna tell. They tell everything. They don't want to get in trouble. And if I'm getting in trouble, we going to get in trouble together. Okay. So how much less time I get if I tell? That's how they looking at it. I hate that we
Yeah.
gotta leave. I really want to continue to talk about this because I'm feeling this conversation, but it's
We need
already.
to have a part two
And I
soon.
know, I know. We're gonna get you back on here, doctor.
Yeah, we will do it.
Yes, we're gonna be back on
Yes.
sooner than later, especially when we're doing domestic violence month. I definitely would like to have you back on. Even
Hey,
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
we can go live January 6th when I open up the place. You can call me and
Sound
I'll
like a
zoom
plan.
zoom,
Y'all
zoom
hear
you
that?
in.
We
Y'all
would
heard
love
it
that.
first, right here
We
on
would love
What's in the Bag. We need to be coming there to you. That's why we are in here asking for this. So anyway, love you, Doc. We're gonna let you go. Well, I'll be talking to you soon.
Always.
And
Thank you,
everybody,
doctor.
y'all show some love. Y'all better
Yes.
show some love to Doc because he, this is something that's dear to his heart. We appreciate you. God bless you, and we will be talking soon. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
All
y'all for having me.
right. All right. All
Thank
right.
you.
Hey, Vine. It's 10 o'clock,
Hey.
girl. It's 10 o'clock,
Yes.
girl. It's 10:01
Yes,
now.
it is.
It's 10:01 now. I am excited that we had this one. This one right here. Not that I'm excited. It's different because most of the times we talk about things, we talk about, what happened to us, what did happen, this, that, and the other. This stuff right here, we're letting y'all know that these police and these things that's going on, all this corruption, there's so much corruption going on in this world. We don't know anything about it. And then when we have a special guest like Dr. Say his name, Dr. Xavier
Xavier McCaskey.
McCaskey. I said it right this time because I'll be getting these tongue tied. He's letting y'all know that these are some corrupt stuff going on out here. And these police are not
Yeah.
doing it. They're part of it. And we already know it. But to
They
talk
are
to
allegedly a
someone,
part of it.
yes, yes. And to talk to someone who actually is going through it, that was just so perfect. I love that. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
And
So
let me
anyway,
say this,
BFF,
guys.
what you want to
Dr.
do? What you
McCaskey
want
put
to
the Dr.
go ahead.
Dr. McCaskey put the telephone number out there.
Okay.
Blow up that telephone
Yes.
number. I know that people are going to go back and watch this. Call that number and ask the question.
Mhm.
That is the way that keeps this case at the forefront. It keeps it at the
We're
forefront.
gonna call
And
too. Just gonna call
yeah,
and ask the question, see what the cases is, what's going on with it. Because one thing we should do is we think that sharing and helping someone is always giving money or whatever, but he needs justice for this
a
case. He needs to
simple
know that
phone call.
someone cares enough. And if we pick up the phone and just call a phone call, it's just helping him out right then and there, just to find out so he can get this case solved. At least find
This
out
this
who.
is so
Yeah.
much far reaching than just
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
For,
Yes.
for a lot of reasons. I know a lot about this from behind the scenes. Once you told me who we were interviewing this week, and I started reading the story. I was like, oh my god, I know some of the history behind this case. Being in real estate, Marvin and I was in real estate for a very long time, and I know a lot of the heavy hitters and heavy players here in Georgia and around in the surrounding states when it comes to real estate. And there was a huge check fraud scheme and things going on. And all this stuff is connected, believe it or not, all the way down to allegedly the Columbus Police Department here in
Well,
Georgia.
I was in. She said Marvina and I was when she said I and Marvina was in the real estate. I wasn't in the real estate. Don't put me. I don't know nothing about no check fraud. Nah. Let me stop messing with you. I ain't do it. I ain't did it. I ain't playing with you. I ain't playing with you. No. Marvina is innocent. I don't know nothing about no check fraud. I don't know nothing about it. But I know what it was. I heard. I'm sorry, because I heard a lot about it, and that ain't it was no joke. People people were going to prison. People were going to jail over this thing. People was dying over this thing. So y'all better recognize what's done in the dark comes out in the light. I'm just gonna be honest about it. All right, let's go ahead on so we get out of here. Facebook directory. We got the Facebook. It's really the Facebook media page. That's what's in the bag with the question mark. Come on and join in. You get to see any of all and every one of our segments on that page. Also, our shorts are going on that page. It's just basically our directory, our directory page. Also, we have the YouTube. We're asking you and everyone that is watching, go in and subscribe. I'm not understanding because when I look on our page, sometimes we have so many plays. People are viewing it and stuff like that. Why can't y'all help out and just go on the YouTube page and subscribe?
Mm-hmm.
Just subscribe. Put your notifications on that time because sometimes y'all don't get to see our on live. But it will come on the For You page. It helps out.
Right.
It helps us out to bring forth more material and to get it out there. Come on now. You watching it? Why not? I mean, if it was for you, how about we do it for you? Okay, you got a page, put it on our What's in the Bag page so we can go in and subscribe. So we'll all understand that
Exactly.
we're together. What you say, share, subscribe. What you say, comment. What's your words, Yvonne?
Like, share, and subscribe. Or subscribe, like, and share.
Yes. Come on now.
Subscribe, like,
And
and
then tell
share.
when we have our segments like this on Saturday morning, it'd be nice that you get on there, pop up on there, and watch it from there sometimes on YouTube. Also on our Facebook directory page, of course, our profile pages. All those pages are live at the same time. Twitch, we got Twitch. That's What's in the Bag 21. We have that. TikTok, we really just doing more of the shorts now. So if you go on What's in the Bag 21, you'll see shorts on there. We're actually trying to figure out how to go live on TikTok. We feel that if we can go live on TikTok, we would get more people, outside of our group. So we're looking for you too on TikTok also. There's anything else you have to say, Yvonne? Oh yeah. Go ahead, Yvonne. Are we talking about the Cash App? Go ahead. I'm gonna leave that one on you. Go ahead.
Okay, guys. So we have Cash App. We have $ What's in the Bag 21, no spaces. And then we also have Buy Me a Cup of Coffee. Your donations help us keep this show going. It helps us to bring relative content. It helps to keep you guys in the know. It helps us to bring on the guests like Dr. McCaskey and other guests that we've had on the show where they're able to come in and empty out their bag. Help us keep the lights on, help us pay for, a lot of things that we have going on. So donate. It could be something as little as $1. It could be as much as you want to give. We say pennies adds up to cents and cents adds up to dollars. Help us continue to bring relative content to you guys. Join us during the week.
We want to get out of these seats. Don't you want to go on into other places as we're asking? As you can see, we're being invited to other, to different companies and places to do What's in the Bag. So as Yvonne said, not only it keeps the lights on, it allow you to see what's going on out here and send your sister and your cousin, your friend, your whoever we are to you. If we're nothing but the host of What's in the Bag to you, we get us out there. And so we can get out here and see some of the stuff that's going on. Anyway, BFF, you have anything else you got to say, sweetie, before we get up out of here?
Hey guys, as always, it's a beautiful day. It is a beautiful day. Keep Dr. McCaskey in your prayers and get out there and live your best life. And as always, stay blessed, be a blessing, and have a blessed day. Love you guys. Thank you guys so much.
We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for being a part again, sharing. And also, I didn't tell you on the beginning, share this on your page. Go on our page and share it. Just share it. Be on your
I
page.
put it out there.
Put it out there. You know, we ain't just going for the hour. We going all day, every day. Keep going and going and going. God bless you. We love you. Bye, BFF.
Bye, beautiful. Talk to you soon.